there, friends. How are you doing today? Welcome to my channel, Mia's Life with KFS. My name is Mia, and if you're new here, hi, welcome. I hope you consider subscribing. And when you've done subscribing, then next to the subscribe button, you will find a bell. If you ding that bell and choose all, you will be notified whenever I post up a new video. And if you're back, hi, friends. Happy to see you again. I'm so happy that you're here, and I hope you know that I appreciate you all very, very much. So today, this video is going to be a Wip Chat, and if you're new to the diamond painting community and you don't know what a Wip Chat is, WIP, W-I-P, stands for work in progress. This is my work in progress. It's a diamond painting. But you can knit, you can crochet, you can cross stitch, you can sew, you can do groceries, you can take a walk, or you can just sit back on your couch and listen, treating this as a podcast. And chat, well, that means I'm going to chat your ears off for a while, okay? Okay, so let's take a look at all of this. So my whip is this beautiful piece of artwork. It is called Threads of the Universe. Threads of the Universe. Oh my God, English today. The artist is Scott Howden, and the diamond painting comes from Diamond Art Club. It isn't very big. It is a 55.8 by 76 centimeters or 22 by 30 inches. It has how many colors did we agree on? 83 colors. I'm sorry, it is a square diamond kit. It has 4 ABs and 1 fairy dust. And what else? I have a Muni Made tray, a smaller, it's one of her small trays. And I have, well, today I have a plethora of pens. I'm not sure I'm going to use all of them. So these 4 are all from Enablers Outpost. I will have them linked down below. And this one is from a Danish pen turner called North Alchemist. It's a beautiful pen. I love it. So yeah, that is the pens. What else? I have my trusted tweezers. One from Diamond Art Club, these pink ombre ones, and my black tweezers from AliExpress. Then I have my beautiful tray, my trinket tray, as they're called, from Angie's Sparkle Addiction Art. For some reason, I can never remember the name of her shop. Angie's Sparkle Addiction Art on Etsy. That one is linked down below as well. Look at it. Isn't it beautiful? It is see-through, and this little thingy is a trash minder. If I pour these out here, I can show you. Come on. On the back of this little trashy, you can see a magnet, and you can see a magnet right there. So you can basically move this trinket tray around and it will stay put. I mean, I can even turn it all upside down and it still sticks. So it's amazing. I love this trinket tray. Thank you so much, Andy. It was a gift. It was a Christmas gift from her, and I'm very, very grateful. Trying to figure out if this is a trash drill. I don't think so. And I have all my diamonds, my drills, I have in these Elizabeth Ward knockoff containers. I only use 2 sizes. I use this one that is called a small, and this one that is a extra small. These these small ones can fit an entire big bag from Diamond Art Club. So, I mean, you don't need to have bigger ones. So because there are so many colors, I have had to put all of these colors into 2 trays, even though I only have 1 row filled on the second one. But you know what, it's okay. it is okay. So our first color is 3325. And with that, let's get into it. How are you guys doing today? Please let me know down in the comment field how you are, what are you working on, and also, this is what I really, really want to know. Do you have any plans this Easter? Something fell over, I think. Anywho, do you have any plans this Easter? Where is me and my husband, David, if you're new here. We're going to an Easter dinner lunch with my brother and our beloved niece on Saturday, along with some other family. And Sunday, look at that, listen to that pup. Sunday, we're going to a birthday celebration for David's cousin and his son. His son turns 30, which I can't believe. I mean, that kid was just 14. But anyway, he turned 30, and David's cousin is turning 58, if I remember correctly. Yeah, 58. So they're having a birthday celebration. So yeah, that also means that I won't go live on Sunday. I'm not home until rather late. So yeah, I will have to miss you guys, and I don't know, you will have to miss me as well if you do. So on Sunday we also have the time change. I know that in the US and Canada you had your time change 3 weeks ago almost. So the time will be aligned again. Sometimes it's difficult when we don't have the time change at the same time, because sorry, I have to do more math to figure out when my live is your time, which, I mean, reality, it shouldn't be that hard, right? But my brain doesn't brain sometimes. Sometimes it's kind of like, yeah, I'm not gonna function with you today. Where's my tweezers? So yeah, it can be unnecessarily hot for me. I don't know. I'm gonna check about a bit here. It's way easier when I'm chit-chatting with you guys. So yeah, that's our Easter plans. David has the entire Easter off, and I don't think that has ever happened before. So we're like, what are we gonna do with all this time? What? We're kind of hoping that the weather will be okay. Tomorrow it's gonna rain all day, so tomorrow is already planned. It's gonna be Blue Bloods Day, the series with Donnie Wahlberg, my new kid on the block member. So that's gonna be tomorrow, and I'm gonna knit, because I'm trying to knit all these dishcloths that I'm gonna sell at a market day we're gonna have out here in our tiny little village, our owners association. We're gonna have that on April 21st, and we're gonna do it this way that everybody who wants to can sign up, and then they will have a booth or something in their own yard or in the garage, whatever they want to have it. And then the rest of the neighborhood, which is about 200 houses, they can wander around looking at what people are selling. So yeah, and since I am in the board, I have to have a sale that day. So I'm gonna sell some Tupperware, and I'm gonna sell some knitted stuff, I think. And then who knows? I might find something else. You never know, but it's gonna happen. I still have a little time to figure it out. But right now my brain is it's blanking a little on what else to put out there. But yeah, I don't know. And that same day, David is biking with some of his co-workers. They're having a training day. So I'll be home alone doing this. But then again, it's one of my projects with the Owners Association. So yeah, I had, of course, hoped that he'd be home, maybe helping a little. But his biking is important to him, so yeah. And I mean, I can handle selling on my own. I just need a chair out there so I don't have to stand up the entire time. But yeah, but it's, I don't know, almost 4 weeks away. Do I have my fat face so you can see that? I don't know. Hope not. But yeah. So what else? We don't have any other plans other than the Easter dinner with Rosa and my brother and some family. And then tomorrow it's Blue Bloods Day. And hopefully Friday will be okay so that we might be able to go outside a little. We're behind because of David trying to chop off his finger. What, 5 or 6 weeks ago by now? Yeah, he cut up the tip of his ring finger on his left hand. And even though it isn't his dominant hand, it is still, creating havoc when that is, you can't really do stuff because you keep bumping your finger into everything. And he had the big bandage on for a while. So yeah. Now he's down to just a little band-aid. So it is absolutely getting better. But yeah, it's a longer process. It could be 3 or 4 months until his finger is back, well, relatively back to normal, I think the website said. But yeah. And I think Monday is, I don't know, I have to ask my brother if we're having Rosa on that Monday or if it's Easter vacation. We sadly didn't have her this Monday because she's sick. She's still sick. So hopefully she'll be better before Saturday. So she doesn't infect all the family. I don't think everybody would appreciate being sick like her. I know I won't. But we'll see, we'll see. I was out shopping today to get some food for the next few days when shops are closed. And then to get the items that we are bringing for the Easter dinner. So yeah, and as usual, people are behaving like everything's gonna be closed down for years. I'm actually still, even though I should know by now, it's the same for Christmas and any other holiday like New Year's and whatnot. People think that they won't be able to shop again for, I don't know, years or something. They are basically taking a shopping cart and they're filling it to the brim. And I'm like, when are you gonna eat all of that? I mean, okay, if you're having the entire family over for Easter dinner, then I get it. Absolutely, I get it. But some of these people are just, running around and you can hear them talk with their spouses or whoever is out there shopping with them, going like, yeah, everything is going to be closed. We're going to need this until they're open again. And every time I just want to, go up to them and be like, one, it's 2 days. Shops are going to be, every shop is going to be open again on Saturday. Plus, we do have a bunch of grocery stores open, even though it's Easter. I mean, our little grocery store here in the village has opened every day. So if I'm in need of something, I can just go up there. I mean, nobody has starved yet, but people still behave like, it's a big crisis. I don't get it. I just got what we needed. Plus, they had butter on sale. Butter is darn expensive over here. So they had a sale, and I was like, okay. I usually, if I get a good price, I will usually get something to put in the freezer, just because, who knows when it's going to be on sale again. But now we have for a good while. So that's good. That's good. I mean, it is nice to have some butter in the house to put on bread or, yeah. But yeah, that was interesting. I mean, I even saw some who walked around with 2 carts, and yeah, I do hope that those people really are having the entire family over for Easter dinner, maybe twice. At least I didn't end up behind one of those carts when I was going to pay. Sometimes I prefer to do the self-checkout, but I didn't have a lot, but I did have some stuff in my cart. So I was like, I'm not going to self-check out that. So yeah, but I was lucky. I mean, I think the lady in front of me had, I don't know, 20 things in her cart. So it was okay. I did get some extra items just because I knew we lacked it and we were going to run out soon. I was like, okay, I'm here. Who knows when I'm going to be here again? I don't necessarily shop, in that store every day. So I was like, yeah, sure, let's get it while I'm here. And then it is off my bucket list, or whatever you want to say. Come on. It's kind of weird having this big Muni-Made tray when I'm used to these smaller ones. But I decided, you know what, I'm always using the same tray. So let's try something new. Then I'm using this little Bella Nicole tray for strays, so that I can put them back in the right container when I get it. Sorry. Oh, I'm gonna need a sip of coffee over here. It isn't, cold today, but it isn't really warm either. It's been okay weather. The sun has been out, and yesterday it was beautiful. Yesterday was Tuesday. I had a friend over that I haven't seen since before COVID. She is one of my very, very best friends. And, we know each other so well that even though we haven't seen each other for quite some time, I think the last time was 2020, just before COVID hit, when she turned 40. And even though we haven't seen each other for what seems forever, we just picked right up. We did, of course, do the how's the family, how's everybody, just to keep, what's going on. Because even though we've been, chatting and stuff, sometimes you just don't get everything. So it was kind of nice to, okay, up to date, what is going on? Yeah. And then we just chit-chatted about everything and nothing, her mom, her mama-in-law, family. She has a sister-in-law who, for, I don't know, many years by now, have suffered from early onset dementia. And, yeah, I really liked her sister-in-law. I mean, she's still alive, but I bet you if I saw her today, she would have no idea who I was, even though back then, when she was still in the early stages, we would talk, on Messenger and stuff, and whenever we were seeing each other for birthdays and whatnot, we could, just chat about everything. Today she's in a nursing home, and from what my friend told me yesterday, her husband is a douchebag and has been treating her bad. She was moved by force by the city that they live in, and the husband apparently had a temper tantrum that was kind of like, well, if you're moving her, you're gonna make sure that she's getting what she's needing, stuff-wise. So she didn't get anything from the home, and he emptied some of her bank account, which I'm like, what? I was a little surprised, that the family was still having contact with him, because, I mean, that would have, I'm not sure that I'd be able to do that. But, yeah, they are like, to, apparently he's the access point, which I don't get, because, siblings and the mom, her mom, should, automatically have access. I don't know. I guess there is more to it than we just got to yesterday. But yeah. But it was so good seeing her, and we chit-chatted for hours until she had to go home and have dinner with her husband before they both had to go to work. She is working at a psychiatric ward at a hospital, and he's a truck driver, and he just changed his job, so now he's driving around to grocery stores delivering bread, rye bread and white bread and stuff like that. So that's interesting to see how long he's going to keep that job. He's been changing jobs before, and he's always end back with the company that he's been with the longest, which is kind of a catering company. And so I'm kind of like, David asked me yesterday after she left, I'm like, so how long do you think he's gonna stay there? I'm like, you know what? I was actually thinking that myself, but you can't ask when she's here. I mean, yeah, you don't do that. Well, I would, but I'm trying, you guys. I'm trying to be good for her sake. They have had issues, and I have tried to, make sure that she's okay, and I don't know. I haven't always been very happy about him. Even though, he is a nice guy, that isn't it. He's just special. I don't know how to explain it otherwise. yeah. I mean, earlier on, he would, if they, didn't agree on something and well, I don't know, he would go like, well, then you can just stay alone with your kids and I'm walking out. And I was like, you do know that is not physical, but mental violence, right? Yeah, I don't know. I know that a few times I was like, you know what, it is allowed to leave him. You can't do this on your own. You were alone for many, many years with your kids. So I'm like, you can do that again. You don't have to. No matter what, you have me. So, I mean, don't stay because you think that you have to. But they've been married. I don't know how many years have they been married now? Almost 10, 9? I can't. They have their wedding anniversary coming up soon, if I remember correctly, in April. I was her maid of honor. It was a great day. She doesn't have contact with her sisters anymore, but I'm still, I mean, her sisters they're twins and they're both doctors. And yeah, they're treating her like a little girl, which is why she doesn't have contact with them anymore. They constantly want to tell her what to do and what not to do, just to, And of course, I am on her side. I know what they have said and done, which isn't okay, but I'm still a little grateful to them because they were the ones who put me on the journey to find out what's wrong with me so that I got my diagnosis at 33. A diagnosis that I should have gotten when I was a child. But anyhow, so even though I don't particularly like them, God, English today, you people, I'm still, they pushed me in the right direction, and I have my diagnosis. Can't believe it's what for it's is it really, that's 11 years ago. December 12th or something like that. It was 11 years ago I got my diagnosis. Yeah. I was 33 back then and now I'm 44 going on 45. Time. It's kind of the same, like Rosa is turning 4 in just a few months, and I'm still like, you know what? You might be 4 in a second, but I haven't aged 4 years since you were born. I mean, I have aged maybe a year, but 4, no. No, 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 no. But yeah. She's a good girl. So yeah, I can't wait to see her on Saturday. We got a bunch of Easter goodies for her the last time we were in Germany. So I'm pretty sure that my brother is going to look at me and go like, when do you think she's going to eat all of this? But of course, I am going to tell her that Daddy is going to help her administrate how much she's getting when. Because I'm not going to tell her that she can have a bunch of chocolate in one day. That's not healthy for anybody. But she isn't really, she's very, when we had her to that Christmas party and for the kind of Halloween and we have in February, where she got these big bags of candy that is kind of a tradition over here. She wasn't like, I'm gonna have all of it. She she was saying, so I can have 2 pieces or 3 pieces for that matter, and then when we're gonna bring rest of it home to Daddy. So she isn't really the kind of type that would eat everything at once. I think maybe she's like me. I never, had all of it in a minute. The difference is she doesn't have my mom as a mom, because I was forced to share if my brother found out I had more. Then I had to share with him because I could just have eaten it when I got it. Yeah. That's very logical. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. But we'll see. And I'm pretty sure that some of the other guests will bring, Easter stuff. I know my brother bought books and stuff like that because he knows that other will bring sweets and stuff. So he was like, I don't need to give her that. You guys make sure she gets that. And I'd be like, yeah, sorry. You do know that as an auntie, it is my job to spoil that kid rotten, right? Well, I don't think I'm spoiling her rotten, but I do spoil her. Of course I does. She has different rules out here, which my brother knows. He's like, as long as I'm not ruining her, well, the way he raises her, everything is fine. But of course, she's gonna have other rules out here than at home, and she's bright enough to know that she can do stuff out here that she can't do anywhere else. And she's bright enough to know that even though I spoil her differently than other people, she isn't expecting either me to do what other people do or other people to do what I'm doing or we are doing. So yeah, but we are having chocolates for her. I was wondering, depending on the weather, if we should do an Easter hunt outside, but if she's still on the mend from being sick, then maybe we should wait. Also, I don't have... Did I get that? I can't remember. I'm kind of like, did we get some of the little Easter eggs? I know we bought her a Easter chocolate bunny and this kind of plastic egg with candy inside. But I can't remember if we got just some Easter eggs. I can't remember. I need to go look. We put it away, stoved it away so my dear husband wouldn't get at it. No, he knows that this wasn't for him, so he left it alone. It's kind of like we bought these little chocolates from Kinder that we kind of have a tradition, her and I, that when gymnastic is over, we're having this little chocolate bar. This little one, it's, a mix of milk and chocolate. And she loves them. So it's kind of a little tradition. It's been a tradition since she was around a year and a half. And yes, I did ask her parents if it was okay back then, which it was. I mean, they were like, as long as it isn't a full-blown chocolate bar, the big bars, everything is fine. It was like, no, it's just these little, and they know what it was. So it was like, yeah, that's fine. I mean, it's once a week, and yeah, she isn't overeating at it. And she's sharing, actually. She is very good at sharing. When I give it to her, she usually say, Auntie, you can have that piece or these pieces. So she is very I mean, even though she's an only child, she's very good at sharing, and she's very generous, so that's a good thing. That's gonna be an advantage for her when she gets a little older, because some only children, god darn it, you know, they can be very egocentric. They are only thinking about themselves, but she's not like that. That's good. That is good. She's a good girl. So many pretty colors. I'm really loving this. I mean, I loved doing astronomer. I really, really did. I loved all the confetti. I loved the colors in it, the detail. But I must admit to you guys, these pinks and pastels, they are amazing. I missed bright, happy colors. So yeah, I am gonna enjoy this one. Even though it's well, this isn't a small diamond painting by any means. To me, it's smaller. I mean, it isn't very big compared to doing a 105 by 70 centimeters, right? By that comparison, this is a smaller kid. But yeah, come on, you. So, with my friend who was here yesterday, we very, very quickly decided to avoid time just flying again. We are gonna set a new date every time we see each other. So we're gonna see each other again by the end of April. I mean, for me, I do have a lot of time where I am available, but she is working full time, so I have to work around her schedule, which is okay. I mean, we do not need to see each other every other day, you know. Before she was working at a senior home, you know, and she was mostly working day because of her kids, but now she is working different shifts, so that, you know, she needs to look into that. I mean, we can't see if she's in on afternoons from 3 to 11, or the day after her being in for the night watch, which is from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. That was my favorite work hours. I loved being there for the night shift. I mean, look at me. I'm still a night owl. I'm just following David's schedule with him being at work nights and evenings. Well, I mean, if you don't know, he leaves home at about 4 p.m. And depending on how much work he has, how many loads he has to deliver, he can be home from anywhere between midnight and 3:30 a.m. So I am trying, which again, note the word trying, to be better at going to bed at around 2 because I do need more sleep than my dear husband. But often I find myself preoccupied in a audiobook, and then I'm diamond painting or knitting or whatever, and I totally forget time. Even though I have an alarm clock going off, going on my phone at 1:30 a.m., I'm very good at, deactivating it and go like, okay, yeah, well, I'm just gonna listen to another chapter and I'm gonna finish this color and then I'm gonna brush my teeth and whatnot. And all of a sudden, it's an hour later. I'm like, oops. Yeah, that's not good. But I mean, I can't help it. That's the person I am, apparently. I'm a night owl, and I function best after midnight. I mean, some days I'm not really awake until around 5 p.m. It's weird, I know that, but it's a fact. Sometimes I'm not really awake until most people are having dinner. Yeah, I don't know. Usually you say there is A and B people, how they function. If they're morning people or night owls, I usually say that I'm a Q person because, yeah, I prefer really, really late nights. Then my husband comes around and say, okay, bedtime. And I'm like, darn it, darn it, darn it. I'm not ready yet. Oops. I wonder if you would ever consider making even smaller trays. Muni make. I don't know. Sorry, coffee. I would love that if you would make smaller trays. That would be amazing. Even though it's kind of like, sometimes even with color blocking, I'm using that small tray from Bellart Nicole. So I'm just having to refill it a lot. So if I could get back into the swing of using these ones, that might be not easier, but I wouldn't have to refill. Sorry, there was a glue dot sticking out. I totally forgot to tell you that I have glue dots in all my single placers, and in most of my multi-placers, I have my own homemade scented putty. I think in this one I have something from my neighbor's outpost in the scent of pineapple. But the rest of them should have my own, right? Hang on. Some of them don't have anything. But yeah. I mean, these days I do mostly single place. Just because I can. Maybe when I'm getting the canvas turned around, it'll be more likely that I will multi-place. Right now I'm working upside down to, move the canvas around a little easier so that I don't have to sit with it in my lap too much. And then eventually I will turn it around and work from the top down. That is what I prefer, working from the top down. Most of the time though, I will work, well, this is still top down, but as I'm having it right now, it's from bottom up, but I do prefer top down. So I'm just making it a little easier on myself so that I don't have to have the entire canvas in my lap. Oh, I love that popping. There's nothing better when you've just changed the glue dot in your pen and you just get that pop. You do sometimes have to be, looking out that the drill will actually be released from the glue dot, because glue dots are very sticky. But if you find that your glue dot is too sticky, you can just poke it on your finger or on your clothes. I don't do the clothes because I find that it tends to get some lint on it, and I don't like that. But we're different. I mean, you do you, and I do me. I usually just dab it a few times on my finger or on my hand, and that is all that I need. I also know people who don't use glue dots. They use putty or other kinds of waxes. I do have some Patty Wax Super Sticky, and I'm very happy using that as well. It's just right now I'm mostly using glue dots. But yeah. What are you using when you're diamond painting? Are you using glue dots, or are you using the red wax that comes with the diamond painting kit? Or are you using some other of these waxes that you can get out there, scented waxes or putties? Please let me know down in the comment fields, as well as what you're doing this Easter and how you're doing and what you are working on. Isn't that the question so far? I think so. I think so. I have a lousy memory, you guys. So if I've asked more questions, please answer them. Oh, dear Lord. Oh, so for the past, I don't know, week and a half, some evenings, I am in a live, which they do a lot of live, this company, but they do a lot of lives at evening, plus when I'm asleep anyway. But there is this pen turning company that is called Leopard Leatherworks. I will link their YouTube channel down below. They're working on getting to 500 subscribers on YouTube, and they're working on getting to 1,000 followers in their Facebook group. I will link both down below, and I hope that you will give them a subscription or a membership on Facebook if you haven't already. I know that they will really, really appreciate it, and I would love for them to succeed. They make beautiful pens. I don't have one of their pens, but I would really love to one day. And I know one day I will have one. I just have to wait a little. But yeah, they make beautiful pens. And they have a Discord channel that is also linked up to their lives. So you can talk to Tim and Carrie, that's the names of the owners, but you can talk to them while they're live instead of, just writing. You can still write if you don't want to use the Discord, but if you want to be part of it all when it's happening. See this one? Can you see it? That is a trash drill. You see that? It's all hollowed out. So yeah, that is a trash drill. But yeah, please go check them out. I'm not sure if they're going live tonight. I'm trying to figure out their schedule. I know they're live on Sundays, but I have to tell you, I would prefer you being in my live and then go over to their lives after, because, you know, please support me as well. I really appreciate it. And they have lives on other times as well. But they will usually let people know in either Discord or in their Facebook group when they're going live. I'm so sorry, my voice is really weird. I don't think, yeah. If you've been here a while, you know that I was really sick a lot in December, January. And my voice has really been struggling since. So, yeah, by now I'm just really like, okay. It's just a little funny. Sometimes it's kind of like I'm losing my voice, which I'm not really. And I wasn't talking that much yesterday, so that would be the case. But we'll see. And we're almost. This is the first time that I'm using this color, 824, in the sky. There is a bunch of stars up here. Sorry. And they would usually be the color 141, the white AB, but I've decided to switch them out with this 5200 crystal. So yeah, I'm trying to practice my blinging up on my own. I don't know. I'm not a professional. It's just like I like that extra sparkle that the crystals give. It's kind of interesting because some of these are the 13 faceted drills, like this color. That is the 13 faceted one. I have a trashy drill down here with a hole in it. But some of them is absolutely the newer drills with the 20 faceted, because they're a little more pointed, more pointy. I can't wait to have a canvas that is all 20 faceted. I don't know if they've gotten that far yet. I mean, if I'm just running my hand over it, it is mostly the 20 faceted one I can feel, but I do know that I have some of them. I mean, this color is absolutely the 13 faceted one. I can see that. I don't know. I think maybe some of the blue ones is the 13 faceted one. I don't know. We'll have to see. I hope. I mean, this is one of the newer kit that I have. But I do have a bunch of older kits, you know, from last year and stuff. And even, when did I buy my first Diamond Art Club? I have my oldest one is from 2022, and that is the reading tree from a Randall Spangler. And I know that one was an older kit even back then. So that one would have the mix of 9 and 13. I don't think I'm going to save those drills, just because I'm trying to keep the newer ones, I think. I don't know. I mean, it's nice to have the extra drills, just because, you know, if you run out, I know that if I purchased the canvas myself, like I have most of my canvases, I can just contact Diamond Art Club, but then I have to wait for them to ship the extra drills, and I mean, it's kind of stupid for them to send to me with, you know, over here in Denmark, just send some of the drills. So they would prefer, I know that from other people, they would prefer sending them with an order that I make, which makes totally sense. But it can still be a little while, you know, before they get to you. And if you have the extra drills yourself, you can still finish your canvas. And then the extra ones that you get, you can pop back in your spare drills. At least that's what I want to, what I would do. But again, I don't usually do what everybody else does. I know that. Come on, get out. Come on. I don't know why. I had the same issue with, I got some new Bella de Nicole trays. Was it last week or the week before? It is kind of like they wanted to be stuck in the ridges. Maybe I just need to clean up all my trays, give them a good wash or something with soap, and then dry them to see if that'll help. I don't know if other people are doing. What do you do if your drills are want to stick in your trays and won't let go? What do you do? See, that's another question for you guys. Inquiring minds want to know. You ought to know that by now if you've been here a while. You know that I'm curious. So, I do ask a lot of questions. Sometimes more than others. But yeah. So what did we do this weekend? I don't think we did anything, did we? David was out biking on Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. He was out with a co-worker and some other ones that were in this, well, it wasn't a race, but it was a, what do you call it if it isn't a race? A run, where they were driving for around 66, 68 kilometers. And I know that somebody converted it into miles in my life, but I totally forgot it again. I'm horrible, you guys. So yeah, he was home rather late Saturday. So we just had rye bread with different cold meats on top. And then I had my admin duties on Angie's live, Angie the Sparkle Addiction Art. I am one of her mods, and the other mods weren't able to be there because she had company. So I was it, which is okay. I mean, I don't mind. And I did have a lot of links to put in and stuff like that. But you know what? It wasn't that bad. I'm just doing it. I don't really think about it a lot. I just, okay, find the links. Usually I have her Etsy shop open on a tab so that I can just go in and copy it. Then I have her Instagram open so that I can just go in and link that one. The same with her Facebook group, and also the J-Wall Diamond Paint Along 2024. I have that one on the ready, just because that's what's being talked about in some of those, that she has this group, and she is a co-host in the Josephine Wall Diamond Paint Along 2024. I will link both of those Facebook groups down below as well, so that you can check them out if you have a Josephine Wall diamond painting kit laying around and you want to participate in an event with a chance of winning some great prizes. I know that the prizes is amazing this year. Let me just tell you, you're gonna be amazed. I can't participate this year, sadly, because I don't have one. And my only option is to buy one from Diamond Painting Deutschland, and I'm not particularly fond of that company for several reasons. So yeah, I'm still, I am contemplating if I should give them another chance, but I'm not really there yet. Maybe one day, because I do want to support my friends. I do want to be on their events, but you know what? I can support them by sharing their links and being in the group, liking, and being in the lives, talking about this event and stuff like that. That is a great way of supporting as well. Commenting on the Wip Chat where they talk about it. So yeah, even if you don't have the possibility of entering a friend of yours event, you still have the option of supporting them one way or another. And maybe if you don't know how you can support them, ask. There is always, they might have an idea how to give you the support that they need or want or whatever. Ask them. I do that. And I try to support. I mean, it's kind of like there is this group of older content creators on YouTube that know each other very, very well. And then there is kind of like a group of newer content creators. And it sounds horrible when I'm going to say it, but it isn't meant like this. But it's kind of like some of these other older content creators is having their own little clique, and the rest of us is, trying to support each other, helping each other out, trying to join in, but it isn't easy. It isn't easy. So we're, supporting one another. But yeah, I know it might just be my brain it's wrong with, but I didn't know at least some other creators are thinking the same. And gosh darn it, I have been chit-chatting with you guys for more than an hour. See, time flies when you're in good company, and you guys are good company, and hopefully you like my company as well. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here, I think. But yeah, let's wrap this one up. And please give this video a thumbs up. It really does help a lot. And yeah, I hope you'll return for my next video. Please remember that I won't be going live this Sunday since I'm not home, but I'll hope to see you in next week's live and next week's other videos. Until then, take care, and I hope you'll have an amazing Easter. And yeah, bye everybody. Love you guys.